Welcome to the Mainspringer channel. I'm Parikh, and in today's video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite pieces in the collection, the Bulgari Octo Finissimo. And before we get started, if you're new to this channel or haven't done so before, please do like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified about future videos. This really does help grow the channel. I really appreciate your support. I have loved the responses for the last 3 videos on my Tudor Black Base Silver, the state of the collection, and the reversal review. So thank you so much for everybody who is engaging in the comments and who have subscribed to the channel. This really does help grow the channel, so thank you very much. Back in the year 2000, Bulgari acquired Gerald Genta as well as Daniel Roth, 2 different watch brands, and Bulgari has truly integrated and sharpened the operations and capabilities in watchmaking ever since. Since 2014, they have established themselves as a powerhouse in watchmaking, breaking record after record. Why is this so important? One might wonder, but imagine this: Bulgari, Piaget, Chopard, Tiffany, with the exception of Cartier that has really a storied watchmaking history in design and innovation leading all the way back to the 1900s. None of the other jewelry brands really have enjoyed a breakout success among Swiss watch brands. Now, although Bulgari has been breaking records since 2014, its impact to the masses didn't really hit until 2017 when they launched the Bulgari Titanium model time-only watch. The watch was praised widely by critics and watch enthusiasts, and the watch does have a very polarizing design, so it is either really loved or loathed by the community. This particular watch is the titanium watch, except this one is a Tadao Ando limited edition. We'll talk about the limited edition part in the later part of this video, but let's focus on the titanium aspect of this watch. First and foremost, I really love the design of this watch. I mean, if you look at this case edge right here where the bracelet integrates into the case, it has all these facets, kind of inspired by Roman architecture, and kind of reminds you a little bit about the Chrysler building in the top of it. Bulgari claims the watch has over 108 facets, and to me that particular aspect of the design is the most standout aspect of this watch. Now, while some may not think so, ultra thin watches are a complication in itself, and this is really unique because you are now putting all the aspects of a regular watch but in a very much more thin and confined space. Now imagine this: you have the rigidity of the titanium structure, you have a 60-hour power reserve, automatic winding, basic dress watch resistance, and all of this with a see-through sapphire case back, and all of this comes in a package of 5.15 millimeter, which is almost a millimeter thinner than the Rolex 3285 movement, not the watch, the movement, and all of this in a titanium case that weighs 73 grams. I mean, if this isn't something that you are blown away by, I don't know what else is going to float your boat. Now, the weight of this watch, especially the titanium piece, could be a turnoff for some people right away, because there are folks who just feel like they need to have the weight of the watch for the money that they're paying. This watch basically feels the same weight as a Swatch watch, so it is something of a love-hate kind of situation. But then you also have people who pay over $200,000 for a Richard Mille, which also kind of weighs ultralight. So I don't understand the bias in the industry about ultra-thin, ultralight watches. But at $12,000, this titanium Bulgari Octo Finissimo is just a insane value for money. And I'm talking about the basic regular model that is in production. Now, the caliber on this watch, the automatic caliber, is the Bulgari BVL 138. It is a micro rotor movement which has a platinum micro rotor. The weight of the platinum really helps hold the energy to spin, and it does have a double bridge escapement and a pretty nice sapphire caseback where you can see really the movement and the finishing with the Geneva stripes and so on. This particular watch has Ando's signature laser engraved on the back. The watch movement itself is only 2.23 millimeters thick, which is just unbelievable. Now, for those of you who may not know, Tadao Ando is a Japanese architect who is considered a living legend in Japan, known for his minimalistic style but almost breathtaking design with concrete and light. Some of his famous architecture architectural landmarks includes the Church of Light and the Hill of Buddha, and these are just a few of many of the famous architectural buildings that he has made. Now, Ando loves working with concrete, and this particular collaboration I think is so unique because the watch case is such an architecturally inspired design, and you combine that with the blasted titanium case that almost has the same color and rawness of concrete, and actually I think this was a perfect match between a architect's vision and the design of this watch. And what Ando has done basically here is brought his minimalistic design aesthetic. He basically took out all the hour markers, took out the Bulgari name, and he has this spiral motif that emanates from the second hand and spreads across the dial like ripples in the water. So when you combine the design of that dial along with the faceted case design, I think this truly elevates this watch into a piece of art. Now, as some of you may know from my State of the Collection video, I actually sold my GMT Master 2 in order to purchase this watch. Now, some people might think that that was extremely insane and crazy thing to do, given how hard it is to actually get a Rolex from an authorized dealer. But first thing first, the Rolex Batman has been around since 2013 in one variation or the other. And with Rolex making about 1 million watches a year, really the Rolex Batman is not that rare of a watch. Yes, it is. The demand outpaces the supply, and these are hard to get, but they're not particularly rare. Tomorrow, if the fad moves away from steel sports watches, there will be a bazillion of these Rolex steel sports models on sale, and nobody would care about these pieces. And that can very much happen because trends change and tastes change over time. By going for this particular piece, I actually liked the steel Bulgari Octo Finissimo a lot, particularly the one with the matte black dial. And then I did have the opportunity to consider this piece. This is a limited edition, Japan only exclusive 200-piece limited edition. And I had a chance to purchase this or the steel Octo Finissimo. The steel one is not limited. I can always go for that piece later, and I probably will, just because that watch has a 100-meter water resistance, which, you know, a lot of people do not know, but the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak that people lust upon does not have 100 meters water resistance. So what you're getting with the Bulgari Octo Finissimo is just tremendous value for your money. I did have the opportunity to purchase this particular watch, the Tadao Ando limited edition. I think it is one of the best executions of a watch collaboration ever, particularly with the Bulgari Octo Finissimo case. And for that reason, I think this watch was a steal and probably one of my best buys. But that's really it for this review. Oh, let me actually show you a wrist shot on what this watch looks like on the wrist. Here's what the watch looks like on my 6¼ inch wrist. I think it looks really beautiful. I tell people it does wear like a bracelet, partly because of the almost slab-like finish of the case. But keep this in mind, this is only a little over 5 millimeters thick. So it actually feels, it's almost like a second skin. It is just beautiful in the way it looks. So let me know what you guys think about this review. You know, have you considered the Octo Finissimo? What is it about this watch that you like? And what is it about this watch that you do not like? Let me know in the comments below. I'd like to hear thoughts from those who are considering this watch. And let me know in the comments below. Once again, if you haven't, please like, subscribe, and thank you so much for your time. Take care.